Florida.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Screen left. He's in the short corner. Took the bump. Goes to the basket. Reverse layup is good. Oh, what an acrobatic finish.
Airtime at 12:30. Tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Hot tub, gonna get you hot tub. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub, rubber dub in the hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Chugging the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will it make me sweat?
Yeah.
Chugging in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Will it make me wet?
Yeah. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I love Thursdays. Josh, where are you? We're looking for the county AD. Everybody saying
Josh Bush coming?
Is he coming in the door right now? Is he out there?
No.
Oh,
not that I can see on the security cameras.
He'll be here if he can. If he's not tied up with something, he'll get here as soon as he can. Wonderful Thursday morning here in Paradise. We got the Legend Thursday. Tommy Santamite, Jeremy Pridgeon, Wildcat. It didn't even get better than this. You know, Jeremy, you were talking about church Sunday morning. Now, this is the latest off the wire right here. I'm looking as we speak. This is the weather forecast official from Tallahassee, Florida. Okay. Wind chill factors Sunday morning. Defuniac Springs, 6 degrees.
Oh, God.
Panama City, 7 degrees.
Warming trend.
Bonifay, 5 degrees. Woo. Mariana, 5 degrees. Dothan, 2. Enterprise, 3.
These are just regular
Apalachicola, one of Tommy's favorite places. He's down there fishing, killing something. 8 degrees.
Now you don't got to freeze your fish anymore.
Jerry, my question to you, church Sunday morning, have you made a call yet? Are
We're looking at the very early service. We have 3 services on Sunday mornings at First United Methodist Church, and looking at the same guidance you are here. One, you've got the real sort of, for all of us, winterizing your home, making sure your pipes and all of those things are up and running.
Trip them, baby. Trip them.
National Weather Service Tallahassee was talking about spotty power outages with those 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts possibly. So
this thing is supposed to go as far south as Miami.
They're talking about Gulf effect snow in Tampa, like the blowing off of the Gulf of Mexico. Gulf effect snow.
And what'd you say causes they're upset with what? Who's upset with Trump? Who was this?
Yeah, I saw this one thing that said Greenland releasing their weather was an unexpected strike.
I love that. That's pretty good. But you got to pay attention to this. I would definitely not be out hunting that morning. Have you ever hunted anything that cold?
Yes. That was back in my younger days. I've camped out on the ground on the river swamp that cold before.
Wow.
That's stupid.
It felt that cold at Frank Nelson the other night.
I want to get back to that. I saw Facebook. We brought up in our show, I think it was Monday morning, Tuesday morning. We wanted you to call in. Obviously, you weren't listening, so that's not good. But anyway, Jordan had a game.
Yep.
And I saw the family picture. It looked like they were in Alaska. I've never seen so many clothes on anyone in my life.
That is the coldest place in Bay County.
How did you survive it?
I survived it. You know, we're got our little portable heater. We have to come out there and sit with the tanks there. But when that wind cuts across that bay right through Frank Nelson, it's a wind tunnel. And they won 32-0. It's funny because I never really
32-0.
Yeah,
wow.
I never really got cold when I was playing. But now just having to sit and watch him, free.
Now, I was going to ask this: how did the players handle it? Was Jordan bundled up, or did he just get there and go?
I mean, he just got a couple layers on, running around, having a day. So all of them there.
Did your parents go to the game? I hope not.
No, they did not go the other night there.
Good. I'm glad of that.
Yeah. So,
well, Tommy, you got a game you got to go to, right? One of your grandkids are playing
today. 4 o'clock.
Who's your grandkids?
Addison and Michael. Addison's.
What's their last names?
Skolarski.
Yes.
She's at North Bay Haven, and they got soccer today. She plays on the soccer team. She's the tallest one on the team. You can pick her out real easy. She's tall.
Your grandson's pretty tall, too.
No, he's not real tall. Michael's not.
Michael's not?
Well, he's probably 5'9", something like that. But he goes to Moses.
He's taller.
That's tall to me and Jeremy, though.
Yeah.
Well, let's correct it. It's tall for you. Okay. Did y'all listen the other day? Somebody had all the answers to the NFL problems.
Don't you start on me. Don't you start on me.
Complaining about the Patriots and the
snow.
Denver both were not prepared to play in snow. We all in here looked at him like, what jar are you drinking out this morning? So he went off on everybody that they were not prepared for snow.
They weren't. The logistics of snow removal during halftime was just not there.
What about the team that won? Were they prepared? You were complaining about them. They won the game.
Patriots did.
And neither one of the stadium. I didn't say anything about the teams. It was the stadium.
It was the stadium.
And the grounds crew.
Yeah.
The snow is what won the game for the Patriots.
We all thought he meant like...
There you go. See,
they didn't have practice on the snow on the practice field all week. They didn't bring in snow. We thought, the rehearsal wasn't right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I apologize for thinking you were nuts. I'm sorry. Good point.
Now after a week of torment, you decide I had a good point.
Yeah, you had a good point. You did.
Spider-Man.
But anyway, protect your pipe. What's some things you can do to protect your pipes? Let the water drip in every single pipe in the house. Turn it outside the faucets on.
The inside you don't have to worry about.
Inside you're fine. It's outside faucets.
I've got those cups you put over the faucets, and mine's inside the house. So I'm just going to put those cups. I'm not even going to drip them because it's in the house. It's going to be warm.
See, you know what? That's crazy. All this time, I always thought
if you do drip, you let the faucet furthest from where the water comes into the house. So where your water comes into the house, you go to the furthest away spigot, and you let that one drip. That way, it flows all the way through, and it won't freeze up and underneath your home. Yeah, if you don't have the.
Well, I took what I did the last time it got cold here. I think it was the day before we knew it was going to snow. We got towels and went inside and just kind of wrapped them around the faucet. Will that work? Or
they got those covers you can put over now.
And the covers,
little covers,
little styrofoam cups are only about
I don't want you to
$20.
do all that work though.
Well, you just took them and screw them.
Let me tell you, I've got a plumber. His name, I'll give you his name and number because you can call him.
Call him afterwards.
Did you hear about Monday? I had to leave the show early. Rick Green called me and said Julie's finally through talking. I wouldn't get her.
You wouldn't break her up?
Had to run her off.
The game ended about, Jeremy, the game ended about 2 a.m.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, when you drip your faucet, make sure it's not just a drip, it's a solid little stream coming out.
Yeah, I've got that problem.
Did you see my comment about Julie in the Hall of Fame?
Yes, I did. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Did you hear that one, Tommy? I posted on Julie. I said, did you forget to mention James?
So then she had to run back up there and steal the microphone. I can't remember
if she did or not, did she?
I didn't think she missed it. She had the phone book out. Yeah. She was thanking people. I don't think she missed anybody. I took this mic away from Steve Moss like 3 different times. I see somebody, oh, wait a minute. Here, he'd be talking. Anyway, they said they'll never invite me back. Wildcat, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. You just brought back memories of that night you got inducted into the Hall of Fame there, because I was there. Yeah. And it was emotional.
I cried.
It was fun. And that was a good basketball game, too.
It was. It really was.
I enjoyed it. That's the first high school basketball game I'd been to in a long time, and I really, really, really enjoyed it.
Let's get back to me. Okay. Remember everything Tommy said, and I did tear up then. That was some good. You want to repeat that?
What?
We got 2 hours.
You'll remember.
Anyway, right now here in beautiful Panama City Beach, it's 28 degrees. Wind chill factor, it feels like it's 29 degrees. Humidity's at 92%. I know a lot. I'm getting into weather. I'm getting into this.
No way the humidity is 92%.
I'm reading it right here.
Yeah.
That thing's got to be from yesterday.
That thing's wrong.
It says Thursday the 28th at 7:09. Yeah, we're trying. Hey, we're trying to be professional. Don't say we're wrong, please. Anyway, what did you think? I want to ask you guys too. I was kind of surprised how. Well, Feinbaum says stuff really to stir the pot, but some of the responses to Dabo Swinney were negative, and I don't get that. I think he did an incredible job. We said it all week long, presenting his case to the media like he was in front of a judge. It was all timed out. It was all factual.
Yeah.
They were all evidence. It's like he's talking to a jury, and I think it's wrong what happened there.
Absolutely. They've not done anything yet, have they? They're going to.
They said, well, do you believe that, Jeremy? They said they're going to do something. I don't know.
Somebody's going to get fined or something.
I don't know.
You wait and see.
But we know that's going on. We know that. It just got publicized even more so. Yeah. And it's like there's no rules. It's like college football has lost its mind. And then Alabama basketball. Yeah. You see now the latest there, the judge had to take himself off the case. He's a donor to Alabama Athletics.
Well, as we were saying last week when you were out, and no surprise, it's filed in Tuscaloosa County Court.
Everybody that graduates from Alabama is either a lawyer, a judge, or something. It seems like
the kid at Clemson already was in classes.
Yes,
he's already
signed a contract.
Yeah.
And he doubled his money. Yeah. So, can you blame somebody?
We're going to pay you $2 million to $2 million.
Yeah, you're going to pay me $2 million. I can stay here and make $1 million. You can't blame the kid.
No.
It's just the system.
It's the system. It's incentivized for the kids. If they have a great year and they see their value goes up, you go find where there's maximum value.
But let me ask you this. Why could anybody complain or badmouth Dabo for him being upset and reporting this? Why would they jump on him for that?
Because coaches are... They don't want you, even though they're probably doing it too, they just don't want somebody to publicize because then it's going to be more noticeable for
let's go back to Alabama.
Yeah.
The NC State running back. Yeah. I heard he was in class that, now I don't know this for a fact. There's word on the street he was already in Tuscaloosa, and I heard he was already in class. I don't know if that's true, and I don't think it was because of time. But they said the exact same thing happened until he went to Texas. A lot more money went to Texas. We hired the receiver coach from Auburn, Coach Nix, to help us get some of those players, and we didn't get any of them. We didn't get one. Mm-hmm. Coleman, he goes to Auburn because big time money.
Yeah. But those contracts, I don't know who wrote the contracts up, but if I was at a school, I'd have me a lawyer write that thing pretty solid because, I know I'm sure they have to somehow get out of that contract.
Yeah,
I mean, but I
think you have to pay it off.
Yeah, you have to like the Miss kid that went to Miami. Miami's going. You watch it. Miami's going to be back in probably the national championship.
I'm with you. I think they're going to be really good.
They got great players. They got one of the best quarterbacks in the nation.
And he brought his receiver with him too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they're going away. Texas, if they're not really good next year, Stark needs to do something. I mean, they're going to be good.
Yeah. Well, what we're seeing with Clemson and Ole Miss is kind of the death throes of the old way of college football that Dabo still wants to hold to versus the emerging way that Lane Kiffin actually kind of ushered in. And he's not there, but Ole Miss is the program we're talking about here that created that type of culture.
Right.
And which way is this going to go? USA Today has a sort of stinging critique. I mean, basically the title was, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying in this environment. And chronicles how Clemson has fallen considerably. I mean, it was Alabama-Clemson pretty much every single year there at the height of the old ways of doing things. Post-NIL, Clemson is struggling. And Dabo's tried to carve a sort of alternative way in the NIL, but has not yet been very successful in doing so, saying he could probably appeal to those who want to be at Clemson versus those who are looking for the dollar, but dollar's winning.
Hold your thoughts on that. I want to come back and hit on to that a little bit more. But I still don't get Feinbaum jumping on Dab. I think Dabo's one of the finest guys in the business. I think it's going to be sad when he gets out of it. He is a class act. His life story, him and his mother, what they went through, wonderful people. He's one of my heroes. I love Dabo. I wish he'd been at Alabama. I'd still take him to Alabama. And I do say we got a good coach at Alabama right now. But what I do know, that we have a great new sponsor. We absolutely love these people. Jill and I are going to be there tonight. If you want to come, Tommy, Louise, y'all want to come? Jeremy, we're going to be there probably around 5:30. Pepper's Mexican Grill, Pepper's Restaurant, the new and best Mexican restaurant around, is on Panama City Beach. We finally got one on this side of the bridge. It's at Panama City Beach Parkway, right where TG Fridays used to be. We went there after Julie's Hall of Fame thing. We went there. Thomas Ray was there, Coach Brian Norman, Jared Hale, her best friends from Mississippi, Cindy and Bobby, her brother-in-law. We all went and had a big table. We had a blast. We had a great time. Food was incredible. Now, the drink specials, you buy one margarita, the next one, house margarita, the next one's free. Draft beer's the same thing. On Mondays, lunch and dinner, military personnel, 10% discount. Customer service is unbelievable. The beautiful facility there, too. They did a great job there. Now, they've got the one in town everybody knows about. Is that called 77 or Martin Luther King? 77. Same thing. Right there across from the
Old Mall, from the mall.
In the Holiday Inn also, not far from the Holiday Inn. So right down there, we've always, everybody knew about how good it is.
Well, we eat Mexican, that's where we go.
The chill, everything's really good there. And we got one down Panama City Beach. Come join us tonight. Wildcat hopefully will be there and pick up the bill. Also, yesterday, we had a fantastic time. Phil Cobb showed up yesterday, the legend Phil Cobb. Brian was there. Glenn Manley was there. We sat there and talked, laughed all the time. The place was packed out. Every Wednesday is that way. It's world famous J. Michael Spaghetti's. But they got some, later on in the show, I'm going to tell you some other specials they got going on down there. Jambalaya, they got that back today. If you love their burgers, they got the best burgers on Panama City Beach. The biggest and best. It's not even close. What he's done now, you buy one burger and you say you got your wife with you or friends. You got a bunch of friends with you. Well, you order a burger, I order a burger. Mine's full price, Jeremy's half price. So y'all just split the difference. You're saving money. They got that going on. So that's pretty cool. That's today. And they also got jambalaya today. Get out to J. Michael's Restaurant, Thomas Drive, legendary place. And one of my favorite people around, Brian made some ugly comments yesterday. I thought it almost got me in trouble about the city, what's going on in different cities.
Oh,
Lynn Haven, Panama City Beach. So Brian,
you mean politics-wise?
Yeah, he tried to. He's usually so good about getting me off that. He was baiting me. He was trying to get me. But anyway, Pat Perno's the city commissioner of Lynn Haven. Does an incredible job. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, he owns it. Tommy and I have eaten there several times. We always have a great time. You walk in, it's like that old show, Cheers. They know your name. They treat you like family. The food's incredible. TV's everywhere. He's always giving back to the community. Over the years, used to have TV shows done down there. Love Pat. Love Beef O'Brady's in Lynn Haven. And go ahead, talk about them onion rings you love.
I do. They're the best onion rings. And I mean, you get a heaping bowl full, I guess you could call it, of just the best real onion rings that you've ever had there at Beef O'Brady's. Plenty of parking, no traffic, big smiles. Big
smiles. Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. We'll be right back. 104.3. This is the Lorelei and Layton Hale Radio Network. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer, punch it in. College basketball is back.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
The SEC, ACC, and beyond.
Oh, you saw that coming, Rampant.
The biggest games play right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 56 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light wind and a temperature of 45. About the same tomorrow, around 58 with a variety of some clouds and light sprinkles. Mostly sunny Saturday and cool around 46. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 2.99% APR on a new Camry, named best new model by Kelly Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla, designed to wow from the inside out. Get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offer ends February 2nd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
College basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the ACC.
Left open, triggers the three and buries it.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Airtime at 12:30. Tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Now back to the most dangerous radio show in the Gulf Coast. Coach James Hale. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even check his eggs at the grocery store.
Danger's my middle name.
I'm bad to the bone, honey.
2 tickets to the gun show.
We're live from the J. Michaels studio on ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest. We're talking about how crazy college football has gotten. I'm taking up for Dabo Swinney. I'm glad what he did. I think most coaches would react the same way he did. He believes in doing it the right way, and then now he's getting attacked by certain people that he's a crybaby and things like that. When I've also seen other people supporting what he has done, what he said, I definitely support him. If you ever knew his life story, him and his mother, homeless, and everything he did, you can make a movie about his life. He's a great man, comes from a great family, and can't say enough good things about Dabo Swinney. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. I think he does a great job at coaching. But we were talking to Jeremy during the break. College football, you hear all different. It's not just the young people, not just the old people like us, but also young people. I've heard say this. They're getting tired of it. They don't like the direction of it. It's like the NFL, out of control. It's even worse than the NFL in a lot of ways. And I do believe this thing could blow up one day. Baseball at one time was the most popular sport in the country. It went down for a while. Football took over. Don't think things don't change. Look at Nebraska. Things changed. In the 90s, they were the most dominant team, and now look at them where they're at in the Big Ten. But I want to go back what Jeremy said off the air. Football is, and that college athletics, such a big business now. I didn't realize how big it is sometimes. His season ticket, you mind me saying that?
Well, you can say, I mean, it's a 10% increase here.
Yeah. Paying $4,400 for tickets, 4 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for the home games, 4 tickets. Now, there's people at Alabama that pay $20,000, $25,000. There's some that give $1 million. They give big money, plus get their tickets. Alabama Stadium's over $100,000. Just say everybody's like Jeremy. Everybody there, Tommy, add this up. 4,400 times 100,000.
Oh, we're on the real low end. You're going in way under for what that is.
Let's give everybody just a general idea. How much is that? 4 point
times what?
100,000. That's 44. I taught
440 million.
How much?
440 million.
That's what they make all season tickets.
That's too much.
I think you have too many zeros.
6 zeros.
Dot, dash. Wait, I get my foot. 44. Jeremy, help us.
I'm looking at 440 million.
Yeah.
Off ticket sales. That's probably about right, because some of them, not all of them, sell them. The coaches got some tickets that are free.
That's a whole season now.
That's a whole season.
Right.
Yeah. That does not count the amount of money. Alabama is still the most watched football team in college football. I got facts on that. So they're making boatloads of money.
Boatloads of money. And look at the trickle down. I mean, I'm still hearing from Auburn fans who are upset about the Auburn-Baylor game being moved to Atlanta.
And I don't blame them a bit.
And I don't blame them a bit. You want a home and home, and now you're going to play one game in Atlanta, and all the people who, the restaurants the people who let their homes for a weekend, the parking. I mean, the trickle-down effect. I read something, $75 million economic impact for Oxford, Mississippi, with the one college football playoff game when Tulane came in. Mm-hmm. One weekend, $75 million impact for Oxford.
The county, yeah. Go back to that. Can you blame a fan? Glenn's, they got a condo up there. This Craig Seegers, their families, they got a place. You go up there, you got to do, you got your place to stay. Mm-hmm. And if you live around Auburn, you can drive back and forth. Now, you got to go to Atlanta. Most people are not going to drive over there and come back after the game. You're going to spend a night. They're going to jump the rates up on the TV, on the hotel rooms. I don't blame Auburn fans one bit for being upset.
All the sales tax revenues lost for the city of Auburn.
Yeah.
Lee County. I mean,
and it did cause a stir.
Oh, it's absolutely a stir. Yeah. And Auburn gets exclusive NIL money. Okay, great. But the goodwill between the university and the larger community starts to erode.
Yeah.
Because what games do you have on the Auburn home schedule? Well, Baylor was one of the marquee games.
Right. Crossover, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go back and you look what you're starting to see, and I think you'll see more of it. You see these games, that even though the tickets are sold out, like Alabama usually sells their preseason, and so does Auburn, but not every university does that, and you're start seeing empty seats.
Oh, they won't show most of the stands. They'll show kind of that lower bowl, maybe.
Yeah,
but then if you ever get that
top.
rare upper deck, it's just, yeah.
Well, remember the old days? You'd get there an hour before the game. Sometimes big games, it'd be packed out. LSU, Auburn, some of the Tennessee, the big games, it'd almost be packed out. It's not like that anymore at all. And you got to, sometimes, unless it's a big game, they're not completely sold out, or not everybody showed up to the game.
Right. No. And there's still a waiting list for Tide Pride, which is one of the reasons we continue to renew, because there's a demand. But
you can sell them.
Exactly. Secondary markets are where they are. But a lot of these schools are not like Alabama or Auburn. But when you start to hear, those places even being concerned that the product has shifted.
Yeah. It's amazing, though, when Nick Saban started going over to Atlanta playing these neutral site games, nobody complained.
Nobody complained.
Because they wanted to win, and they knew he had a system.
And it brought tremendous dollars into the coffers for the athletic department.
Plus, it gave them recruiting advantages in Dallas and Atlanta and different places they played.
Yeah. Georgia Dome became Bryant-Denny East.
Yeah. Tommy, I want to jump into FSU, though.
I looked up Alabama, and they said they make between on annual revenue ranges from 35 to 40 million in a standard full capacity season.
Yeah, profit, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this, FSU. I got people that are still upset. Magruder's one of them. She won't deal with them anymore. They had good tickets, had them for years. They paid a certain price. They make it smaller. They jump the prices up. You got to give more. And the product's not producing. Mm-hmm. I don't blame FSU people. Were you upset with the price increase like they did you guys?
No, I don't ever pay.
That's true. That is true. No, but everybody doesn't have the connections like you.
If I had to pay, I would probably.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just, they, like I say, they surveyed all the boosters. 90% of them said that's what they wanted to do. They wanted a better facility and less seats, better facility, better all, and that's what they did.
Are they happy?
Yeah. I assume they are.
I'll tell you, we went over for the season opener. I was very impressed, having seen Doak Campbell before and afterwards there. So, what about Florida State moving back to Friday this year?
Yeah, Friday after Thanksgiving.
There's some other big games on that week too. I'm trying to figure out will that. Some of those, it's Black Friday. Some of those going to be played during the day and some at night. Yeah. I can't imagine Florida and Florida State playing during the day.
It's set at night, I think.
It'll be night.
Yeah, night game.
And I believe now Texas A&M's that same day.
Okay.
So it won't be on. It won't be like the big game for the SEC.
Yeah.
And ESPN owns both rights, ACC. Yeah. So it could be a day game, which would be crazy.
It depends on how the season goes for both teams. If they're both.
I believe Brian told me Mississippi State and Ole Miss is playing on Friday also. There's going to be some big games on that Black Friday. But there'll be like a early game like they always are on Saturdays.
I do think.
Could be an early, mid, and late at night.
Yeah, I think
3 of them.
Yeah. I think we may get a rare Iron Bowl at night in Tuscaloosa this year, too, since they pushed the one.
I appreciate you donating those 2 tickets to me. That's going to be fun. You and I are looking forward to that.
Looking forward to it.
That was our Hall of Fame award, as far as you know.
There you go.
We get back. We got FSU. Then we're going to jump into something that holds dear to our hearts. Tommy, I think, even's on our side with this, even though he's usually on the other end, because he's been part of the problem in the past. The people in charge at high school athletics in the state of Florida. I'm just kidding, Tommy. But, Jerry, we got to talk about this when Tommy gets to FSU, about this private school, public school, and the public schools in Alabama, I felt like got to win. But I don't know if it's over. I think the private people are going absolutely nuts in the state of Alabama right now. And will we ever have it here in Florida? I think we all know the answer to that. But right now, let's talk about some of our great people. Get out that Cajun place. You talking about some great food, great atmosphere. You talking about desserts. Their bread pudding is unbelievable. Their beignets, just like you're in New Orleans. Matter of fact, the food's like you're in New Orleans. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. Super Bowl Sunday, not this Sunday, the following Sunday. $5 pitchers, 50-cent wings. You can't beat that. That place will be jam-packed for the Super Bowl. Make sure you're down there having a great time. You don't have to go down for a football game. Go anytime you want. All right. I absolutely love Stevenson Air Conditioning. I love Jason. He's the most honest, hardworking guy out there. If you're freezing, we just told you what the wind check factor is going to be here in Panama City Beach. What did I say, Jeremy? 7 degrees Sunday morning. If you're having problems today, you've had problems in the past, get on the phone right now. Call Stevenson Air Conditioning. Say, please, come out here, service my unit. It's just running. The house is not getting any warmer. Please help us. They'll get out there as soon as they can. You got it today, you got it tomorrow. And then this weekend is going to be brutal. Stevenson Air Conditioning is the answer for you. Locals taking care of locals. He graduated from Mosley High School. They do an incredible job. That is Stevenson Air Conditioning. I saw Kay yesterday, Kay Kovaleski. She looks, I didn't realize how old she was. She told me, and I couldn't believe it. I thought she was younger than me. She looks better. Yeah. She works her tail off.
She's always done that.
She's unbelievable.
Always
she is an incredible young lady. She raised a fine man. I tell you what, Max Fitzforce Nutrition, she works down there. Her son's Jason Kovaleski. Listen to Jason every Tuesday and every Friday right here in the ESPN Northwest Florida. This cold weather, you could get sick very easily. Go see Jason. Get some zinc. Get some immune. I guarantee you, you'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got Jeremy. We got Tommy. We got Wildcat. Be right back.
Just in.
Get the latest sports news, scores, and updates from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Follow us on Facebook for exclusive content, behind-the-scenes action, live streams, and the chance to interact with your favorite hosts.
Stay connected. Stay connected. Stay connected.
Join the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Search for ESPN Northwest Florida and crush the follow button.
I follow you on social media.
We're always here to keep you in the game.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and crush the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
The big game is almost here, and on Hard Rock Bet, it's parlay time. Got a big game parlay? Get paid big bonus bets. Don't miss the $7 million big game bonus party on Hard Rock Bet. From now till the final whistle, everybody who bets a $10 same game parlay on the big game gets a share of millions. That's $7 million in bonus bets only on Hard Rock Bet. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Experience a higher level of service. David Adamson Designer Jewelry has been providing you the very best of fine jewelry and repair in Lynn Haven for over 32 years. David has added Amber Anderson and Russ Clare, names you've known and trusted in PCB for years with your fine jewelry and watch needs. Find that one-of-a-kind engagement ring, that special anniversary gift, or something colorful just for you. Amber and Russ will find it or build it for you, serving Bay County and beyond in Lynn Haven at the corner of Ohio Avenue and 9th. David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
To the rack. Layup good and one. Up for the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line. He steps extended. Rises for three. Bang! He got it to the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN.
Northwest Florida.
It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Go nuts.
Live from the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. Woo! Florida State Updates brought to you by two wonderful people. Love them. Wonderful, great hearts. Always give back to the community. We're talking about John McVeigh. And the most beautiful lady out there is Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. Talking about a big heart. You'd faint if you knew the amount of money she's giving away to the university. She is a wonderful lady. And they do such a wonderful job here in Bay County. I know the Humane Society. I shouldn't probably say all this stuff, but they are great people. Get out to one of the four newbies, have a wonderful time. Of course, John's got real estate and everything else. They got multiple things. But newbies, too, on the curve. You want to watch the Super Bowl. You want to watch the NBA, baseball, football, you name it. Get down to newbies, too, have a great time. They got a fireplace going. They got new furniture. Everything's been remodeled down there. It's really nice. TVs everywhere, and then head on down to the mothership where everybody does. The best entertainment in the Southeast every weekend. And don't forget the new one Glenn loves over in St. Andrews, the big, beautiful blue facility. Go check it out. One of the four newbies. Have a great time and tell them Coach sent you. Tommy, what do you have on FSU?
I have some exciting news, Florida State University.
All right.
FSU won a basketball game last night.
That is a good thing.
That is a great. They beat Cal last night, which had a record of 15-5. FSU now is 9-12, but they beat Cal 63-61. They was up 15 points in the second half. FSU was, and almost do like they've done for the last three games, let them other team win. But they actually got some points in the paint. They got some inside game going, which, as I told you, they love to shoot the threes. In that game in the second half, FSU shooting from threes was 1 out of 12.
Wow!
And they still won. So,
that's
anyway,
crazy.
They got Stanford this Saturday night at 5 o'clock, and Stanford's 14-7. They've got a good chance to beat them. That'll be 2 in a row. So they're rolling now in basketball. So maybe Lux is figuring out how to do this team, but. Anyway, it's a portal team, so it's you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Softball coming up January 31st is the first pitch party, and 3 o'clock on Saturday for the softball team. February the 1st, there is a Garnet and Gold scrimmage, and then on February the 5th, they tee it off at 6 p.m. With Samford. And they play. That's a 2-game series. They play Thursday and Friday. Friday's at 3 o'clock and Thursdays at 6 o'clock. And they start the softball season off. I was looking through their roster from softball, and Coach Alameda, she didn't really go to the portal. She said we had a super freshman class, and she's sticking with them. And man,
good.
And they got looking at their players. They got some great players. So. And they're going to be kind of young because they lost about 10 of their good players this year, so they're going to be starting over. They got some good pitchers, so and some good infielders and outfielders, so they'll do all right this year. Baseball kicks off February the 13th. They play James Madison, a 3-game set with James Madison. Friday the 13th, they play at 5 o'clock. Saturday the 14th, they play at 2. And Sunday 15th, they play at 1. These are at FSU. So that kicks off baseball. Football. I want y'all to just keep in mind. You can write it down if you want to. I'm going to run through the schedule real fast.
Go ahead.
Put an L or a W. What you think is going to happen in this game.
Right.
You ready?
Right. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, first game, August 29th, New Mexico State.
When?
W.
Well, you don't have to tell me. I'll tell you then. I'll tell me what we come up with.
All right.
All right, and then September the 7th, they play SMU.
Ooh. Where at?
At home.
Okay.
Both these at home.
Okay.
September the 12th is bye. I know they'll win that one.
Yeah.
September the 19th, easy game at Bama.
Roll Tide.
And another game at home, Central Arkansas on September the 26th. Another game at home, October 3rd, Virginia. And then October the 9th at Louisville. October the 17th at Miami. October 31st, Clemson home. And then November the 7th at Boston College. November 13th at Pitt. November the 21st, NC State home. And November the 27th, we've already talked about, it's Friday, Florida home. They've got 7 home and 5 away. 7 homes and 5 away, 1, 2, which is a pretty good home schedule for FSU this year.
Yeah.
I got them 7.
I got 7 and 4.
Wins.
7 and 4?
7-4.
Okay.
No, I got 7-5.
7. Yeah, 7-5.
Yeah. No, I got 8-4 then.
Yeah.
I had 4 else.
Okay. That's good.
Did you have them beating Louisville?
That's at Louisville.
I had them losing that one.
No, I think I got them beating Louisville.
Okay. That's the difference, probably.
Yeah.
All right. They still they still.
Hey, let me ask you real quick. Where's that Boston College game played at?
The Boston College.
Yeah. Because as bad as they are, Boston College.
At Boston College.
Florida State always has a problem there.
Always.
Yeah.
FSU can't beat it. They have a tough time.
Let me ask you this, talking about FSU basketball. Mm-hmm. Lorraine and Ben Johnson. Mm-hmm. I think they must be alternate players because every time I watch them play on TV, it doesn't matter if it's home or away. I think they're on the bench with their team. Is that big donors, that big boosters get to sit down there by the team?
They get to sit on that front row, yeah.
That's
where I sit.
Yeah, they're always out there. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I thought I saw Lorraine been out there warming up with them.
Alice Stain, the kid from Arnold plays. He starts.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
He does.
Yeah.
He's got 6'9".
Guess who coached him? Josh was his coach.
Yeah. He does really good. He's one of their better players.
But seriously, every time I see a big game, they're there right there with the kids.
They got ringside seats.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's I don't particularly like to sit there. Can
you see all right?
The player's about as far from me to Jeremy when they go by. I mean, they're like right there.
Yeah.
And you have to watch out because you get knocked out with a ball.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. So I don't like to pay attention.
I like to experience that. So if you ever want to,
I like to be up where I can watch the whole floor. It's kind of hard. It's not, to me, it's not that good of a seat, but they pay big money to sit there. So
go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
But anyway, I was going to say that with Norval and. They got the number 1 junior college quarterback back, and the quarterback position and I don't know if Ashton Daniels is going to start or not, or if Kevin Sperry going to come back, or the kid from junior college is going. They got 3. It can go either way. So I think they're penciling in Ashton Daniels as the starting quarterback. But they kept the Sir kids. They stayed. The big defensive lineman, they had to pay them more money, I'm sure. And then, of course, their best receiver, he's be back, the Robinson kid. So I think they got the possibility, and they got some good linebackers too, which they needed badly. I think they have a possibility to do 75, very reasonable. They could do that, but I'm noticing now. We talk about Neal and all the money we have to pay these kids. I'm seeing now these kids are coming to FSU and they go into that football operations center, and they're coming back saying, "Wow, I didn't realize that FSU had something this good," because it is very nice.
Yeah,
of course that. The difference between going in and seeing that and paying them $1 million are like night and day. I mean, they're going to say, what operations?
He can go buy what he wants from
that. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But anyway, I think FSU's that's helping some of those marginal kids when they have a good facility. They've really improved the facility by far.
I just miss the days where you grew up loving FSU, especially when Bowman was there, what he built. People loved it, wanted to go play at Florida State, what Spurrier did at Florida. And now those days are done.
Well, and eventually FSU's going to come back. It might not be with Norval, it might be with somebody else, but they are going to come back. You wait and see, because they've got some people that and the boosters got money. I don't care what people say. They owned College Town over there. They making all kind of money off of that.
Yeah.
But
Well, you're right. They all come back. If Indiana can come back, Indiana never been there, and they got there. So anybody can come back. Depends on if you want to make the commitment.
See, Indiana flipped their whole roster this year. They got, I think, 40 kids. He signed off.
And they got a billionaire help, 2 billionaires helping.
Cody somebody.
And the guy that owns it.
But anyway, it's FSU's got their hands full, and Norville knows that if he loses this year, he's gone.
You know, if you're looking for a gift for somebody you love, I need to get Louise Santamont something sweet and nice. I need to go see Russ and Amber. I know Tommy's down there quite a bit, but she made me. I saw her at Julie's thing. I said, man, I'll tell you what, the doctor said I sure do need that Texas sheet cake. She made me one. That thing is incredible. I can't wait to take that home. My grandkids are going to like that.
What'd you say before that when you did get it?
I thought I had one coming. And I said, where's my blank cake? And on the note, it says, here's your blank cake.
You asked for it.
I got it, baby. I tell you what else I asked for. I want some good jewelry. I know where to see Russ and Amber.
I know where to go.
Where to go?
David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77, or as it's called up in that neck of the woods, Ohio Avenue. It's still 77. And go up there and get your jewelry, free cleaning, free jewelry inspection. Here's an idea. Take that engagement ring that you bought her like 20, 30, 40 years ago. Take it up there, add another diamond to it or another stone or something like that. They do that sort of thing. I did it.
They can do it right
wonderfully.
There, too. Yeah.
And it made a beautiful brand new piece of jewelry out of something she's had for 20, 40 years. It's a great idea, and they can do it all right there in-house. David Adamson Designer Jewelry, 830 Highway 77.
And let me tell you one thing about them.
And Tommy knows.
You know, with the gold and silver going skyrocket,
the highest ever.
Take your silver. I have a silver bracelet, and he cleaned it. It's never, ever been this clean before.
And now you're wearing it again.
Well, I wear it, but it's unbelievable how they can clean stuff.
And he did it while you were standing there talking to him about football.
They're great
free
people.
Cleaning, free
they're
jewelry.
Great people.
David Adamson Designer Jewelry.
Yeah. Also, skin cancer can be deadly. All it takes is 5 minutes. If it doesn't look right, feel right. I'm going to see him next week. I think it's Tuesday. I got to go see Dr. Ward because I felt something that's not right. And I've had problems in the past with it. He is the guy to go with. I tell you, the guy's incredible. You listen right now from Northwest Florida. There's an office near you. Go by and see Dr. Ward. You'll be glad you did.
Go show him your leg.
But we called him. We showed him pictures.
You did?
Get to the doctor. Yeah. He was good. He was really good. Also, Steve's Bike Shop. Steve Bershaw. You know Steve.
Oh, yeah.
I love Steve. You talking about local? Dang. You talking about local? Nobody's more local than Steve Bershaw. Swim coach at Mosley seems like forever. They've been in business since the 1970s. They're located right across the street from Sam's. These electrical bikes are taking over the world. If you want an electrical bike, don't go anywhere but Steve's Bike Shop. They'll give you a deal. They got new and used. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Your home for college basketball. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This Saturday, it's a college basketball doubleheader. First, it's SMU at Louisville. Airtime 12:30, tip-off at 1. Then Saturday night, your Auburn Tigers versus the Tennessee Volunteers. Airtime at 7, tip at 7:30, right here on your home for college basketball.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 56 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light wind and a temperature of 45. About the same tomorrow, around 58 with a variety of some clouds and light sprinkles. Mostly sunny Saturday and cool around 46. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfurt Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design, build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered. Literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the ACC.
In the front court, left open, triggers the three and buries it.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Screen left, he's in the short corner, took a bump, goes to the basket, reverse layup is good. Oh, what an acrobatic finish.
Airtime at 12:30, tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Give him a call. Phone lines are open. 850-215-6290. The Coach James Hale Show is taking your calls live and local. From the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got SMU versus Louisville Saturday, 1 o'clock right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Andy Bertram, Auburn Tigers, Saturday, 7 o'clock. We got Auburn versus Tennessee. And, of course, you can always listen to Orlando Magic right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We got them on Sunday.
We got Andy Bertram at 8:15.
I love Andy. I can't wait. I ain't talked to him in a while.
Because you won't show up for work.
Yep. And I'm telling you now, I'm not feeling good. You might not see me tomorrow.
Cold weather, right?
Talking about sickness, this virus that's going around is really bad. That's what we keep telling you. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, Kay looks like she can still play at Ohio State basketball. She got a scholarship there. But Jason Kovaleski, we tell you all the time, go down to either location, 23rd Street or down there at Pier Park. They got something called Zinc and Immune. Now, Immune's got everything in it. It's all natural, everything in it that can help you stay healthy. We take both of them, and we've been fortunate not to get really sick like a lot of people are. Jeremy, you talked about it. There's a lot of sickness going around right now.
Yeah, part of my work's, obviously visiting those in our congregation, and that means, going to our area hospitals and such. And, pray for our healthcare workers in the community here because they're up against it. They're working hard, and flu is running rampant. There's still traces of COVID out there, respiratory. I mean, it's just, and we're already dealing with a field that's shortage and strained, and
right.
So it's tough out there. So do the best you can to care for yourself, all the preventative things that you can. But it's a rough go out there right now.
No doubt about that. My beautiful grandson, I was worried sick about him. He was sick. I think he's doing better now. But don't play around. If you're old, if you're real young, it can be really bad. It can be bad for anybody at any age, so make sure you take yourself. I'm telling you right now, go see Jason Kovaleski. Go see Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Zinc. Take Zinc every day. Take the Immune every day. I guarantee you. I want to get into the Florida High School Athletic Association. They got some competition now, Jeremy. How many teams have left them and joined the new foundation or whatever you want to call it?
The Sunshine State Athletic Association is kind of an alternative association that has emerged, and many of our rural schools particularly are defecting from the FHSAA and joining 51 football playing schools now, and they're boasting 120 new member schools, and that's actually part of the agenda for the FHSAA Board of Directors meeting, because they realize that they've got a bit of an issue when it comes to the lower classifications, these rural schools that have for years they've struggled to figure out kind of the public-private debate. They kind of framed it as a rural, suburban kind of dilemma and putting the private schools in the larger cities in one classification, but there's still a bit of unrest out there. So, Sneads has left, Liberty County, all the schools in Jackson County are approved. Franklin County has joined Central and Jay over in the western part of the Panhandle. So
they have a number. How many people throughout the state have left and joined the new league yet?
120 according to the SSAA.
That's a lot, Tommy. 120 have left. Let me say about the Florida High School Athletic Association, and they do good, and they do some great things. They do some things I don't like. I don't like the fact that every time you turn around, you got to pay them money. For whatever you do, they're taking money out of your back pocket. I would still like to know how Max Prep got involved in the state of Florida high school athletic playoffs and all sports. How do they do that? They failed us there. Look at this past first round playoff games. Teams were destroyed. Teams that should not have been there. Just be honest with it. They shouldn't have made the playoffs.
Yeah.
What was wrong the old way when you had districts? You're never going to make anybody happy across the board. We know that.
Right.
But at least you knew then, if you win these district games, you're going to be a district champ, and you're going to host a home game. You're not going to have to travel. And the runner-up will have to go travel. There was nothing wrong with that.
That was a good system.
Yeah, they need to go back to that. Again, go back and look at the scores of the first-round games. Teams in there did not belong there. Teams with terrible records that should have not been in. And I'll even go a little bit further about the Florida High School Athletic Association. I don't like what they did to Coach Griff at Arnold. You find a man $7,000, whatever it was. You might tell him he's not going to coach 7-8 weeks. And then all of a sudden, you let him back in early, and I'm sorry, I was kidding or something. I don't understand how they do certain things.
Yeah.
I don't like it, and I'm glad now these schools have another opportunity, another path for them. The smaller school, I think down the road there can be more than the smaller schools jumping out of the Florida High School Athletic Association.
I can see this trend happening. For those who've been in the area a long time, for the rural schools, there was the old Apalachicola Valley Conference, which kind of had schools on both sides of the Apalachicola River that were more of the smaller ones, and it's kind of a reconstituting of those old schools, and you had something to kind of play for in your area that wasn't just the state championship. You could win the Apalachicola Valley Conference and feel like
something
you had
to play for.
held your own against kind of the rival communities. And we've had this conversation, particularly during football season. When you're playing at Bluntstown or you're playing in Mariana, you're not just playing for Bluntstown High School, Mariana. You're playing for the whole city, the whole community.
Yeah,
that's a different dynamic than what you find in your metro areas where you've got multiple schools and they're aligned more for the school. So
I want to go back to when Mosley played all those private schools. We'll get into this too. All those private schools, they finished second in the state. They lose a team that had half their team got in trouble. They took the state championship away from them, yet they didn't crown Mosley, the team that they beat. They didn't crown them state champs. Well, why would you not do that?
Right, you vacated all the way around. I never understood that
never
either.
had to pass in basketball.
But I think that's wrong.
Just vacate the bracket when somebody's had an ineligible player and won't reinstate the team if it's discovered beforehand. I mean, that's just a travesty all the way around. So these kids get one shot.
So I'm glad we have another option, and I'm glad that Bill Thomas knows a lot of he's coached for a long time, knows what he's doing. He pulled out, and I think down across the board, state of Florida, you're going to see more and more teams leaving. I think it's going to be a problem for the Florida High School Athletic Association. I still think they take too much money from spring football games, basketball games, baseball classics, everything. They're in your back pocket more than IRS.
What'll be real interesting is whether or not they restrict competition. In Alabama, where you're from, here you have the Alabama Independent School Association and then the Alabama High School Athletic Association, which is going through its own turmoil right now. But they would not allow competition between the two groups.
Right.
And that may be the thing that really sort of escalates this if they decide, well, y'all can't even play each other. It won't be a sanctioned game or you'll be fined or whatever.
No, in the state of Alabama, did they say they could play one another?
No, AISA and AHSAA still cannot play.
Yeah, they'll probably do this with this SAA. And the thing about this new association, what's the thing that would concern me is private-public.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who the head of the SAA is?
No.
His name is Zachary Shank, a big private school guy.
Yeah.
Now,
wow.
What is he going? Is he going to push for private schools to get in there? So it'd be we all playing this Trinity Academy private school is going to kill them.
Right.
I mean,
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I read up on him.
Yeah, it's still got some challenges ahead of it as well. I mean, Father Lopez from Daytona Beach is in there. I mean, schools that have perennially.
His name is Zach. He says Zach is deeply passionate about private school athletics and committed to helping small schools thrive both on and off the field.
Didn't mention public. Didn't mention private.
Huh? He's passionate about private school athletics.
The Paxton School, not Paxton, but Paxon.
So I don't know how that's going to play, because I know some of the people, they don't like going there and playing a private school. It's got, you know you're going to get beat before you go down there.
Right.
And I don't know what dynamic that is.
Let's you and I start a league.
Huh?
Let's you and I start a league. We'll even we'll make more money than the
Think about it now. What they've got to come up with all these bylaws, and I'm sure they've got FSSA and probably tried to copy some of that, which they can. There's nothing to that. But I looked at that. They got 4 staff members now. I don't know if they've got, like, he's the head of the.
How many staff members at Florida High School? They probably got 400.
No, they probably got 40, I imagine, something like that. I'll find out. But
they got a lot.
I mean, there's like 700 something schools they're dealing with.
We got computers. They got AI.
Yeah, I know.
There's other ways to do it.
They got to know how to work it first.
All right, we got to take a break. He's not going to nuts. We get back. We got Alabama Crimson Tide. What's going on in Tuscaloosa? Jeremy, tell us in a minute. You talk about local families. These two guys know these people. The Vandergrifts, it's amazing what they've done in their lifetime. Their family is unbelievable. You go way back. What they did at Vanderbilt. Everything they've touched turns to gold. Legendary people. Kyle Vandergrift is incredible. Listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. General contracting, they design it, they build it, commercial, residential, you name it, he can do it. You know, his brother was an award-winning athletic director down in Orlando. What's that, Orange County?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing is huge. Unbelievable. Great people. His daddy, Jinx, I don't know how many years Don was a coach there.
Forever.
Yeah, and she was principal everywhere, deputy superintendent, you name it. City commissioner, wonderful people. But if you're looking for a roof or something you want built, you want it done right, go Vandy Roofing, go General Contracting. You'll be glad you did. Talking about local, Turpo Pest Control. Patrick does such a wonderful job. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. He can make your yard look like a golf course. He can make sure you don't get bit by a spider. They'll come in, spray that house down, the yard down. You won't have bugs anywhere. The guy's incredible. Again, listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. We'll be right back with Jeremy and Tommy, Wildcat. When we get back, Alabama Crimson Tide.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. Your home for the most live college basketball in the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 56 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light wind and a temperature of 45. About the same tomorrow, around 58 with a variety of some clouds and light sprinkles. Mostly sunny Saturday and cool around 46. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Short
Short-term rental owners, are you getting the income your beach property should be earning? At Ocean's Door Getaways, we help owners increase revenue while removing the stress of day-to-day management. From dynamic pricing and 5-star guest experiences to hands-on local care, we do it all. Ocean's Door Getaways is offering a free rental income analysis and strategy call. Call now, 850-308-5494. Ocean's Door Getaways, 850-308-5494.
WGSX Lynn Hayden, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Panama City's home for Super Bowl 60. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the ACC.
In the front court, outside, left open, triggers the three and buries it.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Screen left, he's in the short corner, took it long, goes to the basket, reverse layup is good. Oh, what an acrobatic finish.
Airtime at 12:30, tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
When he played football, helmets had not been invented yet. Players played both sides, and quarterbacks weren't afraid of needles. It's the Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Alabama Updates, brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. You can't get more local than Jason. He graduated from Mosley High School. He started a business, family-owned, somebody you can trust, somebody you can depend on. Stevenson Air Conditioning. Don't ever go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. 7 degrees Sunday morning. You hear me? 7 degrees. We got Stevenson Air Conditioning. We're not worried about it. Call today. Get them to come out today or tomorrow.
Put that number on your speed dial.
Get them out there now. You're going to freeze if you don't. Stevenson Air Conditioning, number one. Jeremy Prison, the man, the myth, the legend. What do you have for us on the mighty Crimson Tide?
All right. Well, we're going to go down memory lane a little bit. Where were you January 26, 1983?
I just got out of my car in Lake Wells, Babson Park, Florida. Julie comes running out and says, "You're not going to believe this." I almost cried. I went in and turned the TV on national news. On national news, Paul Bear Bryant had died. Tried to get on the phone to call my parents, could not get through. Every line. Well, you know that you couldn't get a call. Couldn't get a call.
Yeah, when that news broke.
I don't think people younger than us realize what an impact he had on the average guy out there in the South. I would say in the country.
Yeah, and that was 43 years ago, and you remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
You really so. Well, I wanted to kind of reference that because one of the anniversary, but there is a bit of sad news out of Tuscaloosa that actually is tied to Coach Bryant. It's the passing of Eddie Conyers.
Yes, sir.
And for those that may not know, Eddie Conyers was the first University of Alabama football practice referee. This was interesting to hear Tommy Wilcox, who played from 79 to 82, tell the story of how Eddie got the job. Said it was back in the 1960s, and Coach Bryant was looking for a practice referee. Said nobody was doing that at the time. It's funny now because you can see these clips
everywhere,
and everybody's got in the crew out there, watching, whether these are high school guys or developmental guys, but they're working those scrimmages left and right. But Coach Bryant, ahead of his time, wanted a football referee there, and Eddie Conyers came to mind. But Conyers didn't tell Coach Bryant that he had only refereed one game in high school. And that was working the clock.
Can you imagine that, Bear Bryant? Oh my God.
He had never been on the field.
I love
it. But he came on the practice field and was there year after year after year. And you think of all the coaches he's been with: Bryant, Perkins,
Stallings,
Curry, Stallings, Dubose, Shula, Price. It was just right down the line, and even DeBoer.
Yeah.
Because he came on the field when DeBoer arrived, and DeBoer even joked about how Eddie had been part of the program there. And, that's a throwback to another era. I mean, we're
you going to play this?
Sure, go for it. Yeah, I think it adds to it there. Yeah.
I think you'll know who this is.
Today's Eddie's birthday.
This is Nick Saban.
90 years old. 90 years old. Where's the cake at? We got a cake over there. Does it have 90 candles on it?
If you get back, better call the fire department.
But Eddie's done a great job for us. I know how much you guys appreciate him. I really appreciate what he does. He's got some great stories to tell. Probably a representative of Alabama tradition in football here for years and years and years. Better than anybody else ever will be or ever could be. And he makes a great contribution, to our team by always being out here every day that we practice. He's here every day, and tries to help us get better by being a good official and allowing us to know what we can and can't do. So happy birthday, man.
Coach, I appreciate it.
From the whole team.
I can't think of anybody deserves it more than me.
My beautiful daughter put this together, so I wanted to play it. That's pretty cool. Go ahead.
Very cool. And he passed away Tuesday at the age of 97. And just in a time where everything is changing and it all is in flux, it's just kind of neat to see those stories that he really bridges the whole of what we have experienced, not only in that program, but just across the years of college football, from the days of Bryant and Turno and all that crowd to what we're living into now, and I don't think we'll see anything like that again. Now he'd been ratted out in no time flat. The guy's never worked a game. He's only been on the clock once.
Can you imagine the stories he told? Have you heard some of the stories he told about Coach Bryant?
Yeah, the stories he had. I mean, just remarkable in every way there. So, that's Eddie Conyers and kind of the sort of behind the scenes fixtures of the program. Now, moving on to some other news here. Alabama basketball plays Florida on Sunday, kind of a rare Sunday game.
Good luck with that.
Daryl Delk, Tommy's already told me, he said, don't be checking your phone during the sermon there, trying to figure out what the early scores are with this 11 a.m. tip. We were ribbing each other last night. But there are some things swirling around the Alabama basketball program again.
A little bit.
The judge that has been over the Charles Bediako eligibility lawsuit recused himself as a conflict of interest was kind of cited by the NCAA, and so he filed the order to step aside. But in a twist, it's actually been assigned, the case has been assigned now to Judge Daniel Pruitt, an Alabama grad, who also has the murder case
of the Alabama basketball
involving Darius Miles.
Wow!
And you do wonder, how much of this is a distraction for the program. Alabama basketball 2-game win streak here. Playing the Gators is always tough, but it's been more times than not in previous years that we've just had to deal with extracurricular things happening around the basketball program.
I've never seen more national news about Alabama basketball in my lifetime.
And than we've seen recently.
Yeah.
And, part of it's because of success. You have to give Oates credit there.
Yeah.
But, man, these little headwinds that are created.
Let me ask you, if you're him, you got to win. You know that you got to win. Would you have done what he did? Tommy, would you have brought back that guy?
So there's two schools of thought here. I mean, if we go back to the football clip, USA Today says, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah.
And then there's the other part that you may win the short term, but you could really lose the long term if you come up with that was determined to be the wrong decision.
Yeah.
But if you do lose the long term and you see the program's got catastrophic sanctions against it, what do coaches do? They move to new programs.
Yeah.
I mean, don't want to get Michigan Eddie riled up, but the consequences don't stay with the coach.
Stay with the program.
They stay with the program.
Yeah.
And then who's hurt?
And they usually penalize the people that are left.
They're left. And then the ones that follow, who often had nothing to do,
they pay the price.
They pay the price for it. Someone else's blunder.
Thank you, Michigan.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michigan.
Someone's blunder becomes someone's burden.
Yeah.
It's tough. But tell me what, I mean, would you play him or not play him?
For playing?
Yeah, I mean.
He only scored, 13, 14 points in 2 games. I mean, I saw an article from a guy. He said it's not a big deal. It's not like he's the best player in the world. It's going to make Alabama the greatest basketball team in the world. So he said it's not a big deal. I mean, that's what he. Probably I'd say the same thing. Yeah.
Maybe we'll make that a legal argument later. He wasn't that good.
Hey, but do you realize at one time they said the reason there's NCAA rules because of Coach Bryant? They did. They said before they were rules, that man could think anything through, and he always had an advantage. Mm-hmm. He always did something to give Alabama an advantage, and that's the reason they started having all these different rules.
Well, that's coaches like that. I mean, that's smart.
Yeah, Saban, look what he did with the coaching staffs. Alabama had one of the first time to have these huge coaching staffs. That all started Alabama with Nick Saban. He just ran it like an NFL program.
Yeah.
If I made $10 million a year, I could sit down and study the rules myself too.
Yeah, I mean, find the loopholes there. Yeah. So. And on the football side, not too much time to talk about this, but I think one area of concern for Alabama certainly was one for Ty Simpson, who found himself running for his life or flat at his back. Is that Alabama has made a change in the offensive line coach for the coming year. So, Chris,
strength coach next.
Absolutely. Chris Kaplovic has been relieved of his duties. DeBoer said at the Senior Bowl that this is more about production, that we have to be better there, which I think was the understatement of the day for the Senior Bowl coaches. Expected to hire Adrian Clem, longtime offensive line coach, college and NFL, been with the Patriots, the Steelers, Oregon, UCLA, and we've got to be able to run the football consistently. Whether that was Jam Miller getting injured or the offensive line not being able to block, Alabama became a very one-dimensional ball team with a short passing game that was ratted out. So hopefully some changes there.
All right, let's take a break. That ran a little bit long. I apologize for taking your time with that thing, but from Saban, I thought that was pretty good.
That's good stuff too.
When we get back, we hope to have Andy Burcham, the legendary Andy Burcham, the voice of the Auburn Tigers. You listen to Tommy Santamite, Jimmy Prism, Wildcat, 104.3, ESPN Northwest Florida. Get on the J. Michael's Restaurant or Beef or Brazen Lynn Haven. Be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Hey, what's up going on, guys? I'm talking about borrowing money and all this stuff going on, and I had an epiphany. I was like, if you bring in a freshman and he plays for you for 2 years and you're developing that player, I think there should be a limit of the amount of money that he's able to receive from an opposing team. Stay with that school.
Weekday morning, 7 to 9, ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 56 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light wind and a temperature of 45. About the same tomorrow, around 58 with a variety of some clouds and light sprinkles. Mostly sunny Saturday and cool around 46. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Short-term rental owners, are you getting the income your beach property should be earning? At Ocean's Door Getaways, we help owners increase revenue while removing the stress of day-to-day management. From dynamic pricing and 5-star guest experiences to hands-on local care, we do it all. Ocean's Door Getaways is offering a free rental income analysis and strategy call. Call now, 850-308-5494. Ocean's Door Getaways, 850-308-5494. 5494.
When it comes to backyard dreams, trust the name that's been making waves for over 65 years. Cox Pools. Serving the entire Florida Panhandle, Cox Pools brings experience, innovation, and quality to every custom pool design. From luxurious spas to resort-style pools, no vision is too big. Make your backyard the place to be with Cox Pools. Cox Pools, 65 years strong and still making a splash. Visit coxpools.com or call 850-235-7957.
The Gator Boys are back.
Florida will cut down the nets. Winners of the national championship.
And ready to defend their national title.
The rack. Layup good and one. Up for the rim. Alley-oop dunk. Smashed down by Condon. Oh, yes, sir. Gets the foul line extended. Rises for three. Bang, he got it. To the rack. Dunks it with two hands.
On your home for Florida basketball.
Catch select Florida Gator basketball games on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
This is where heroes are created, legends are born, and dynasties forged. The Sports Talk Monster, ESPN Northwest Florida. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio. And now, War Eagle. Live from the J. Michael Studio, it's the Auburn Update on the Coach James Hale Show with the voice of the Auburn Tigers, Andy Burcham. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Hey! And let's do it right now. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. The legendary Andy Burcham. Good morning, Andy. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, James. Good to have you back. Glad you made it back in the country.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Let me ask you this, Andy. Where are you going to be Sunday morning?
Home.
All right. Do you see what the weather's going to be?
Hopefully I've made it back from Tennessee late Saturday night.
Whoa. Yeah. What's the wind chill factor going to be in Auburn? In Panama City Beach, Sunday morning, 7 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly here. It's going to be the lowest that it's been all year, according to the weather forecasters out there. So yeah, it's going to be really chilly when we land at Auburn University Regional Airport early Sunday morning after our late night game in Knoxville. I don't know exactly what it's going to be, but it's going to be frigid.
Listen to that game right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Tip-off is 7 o'clock. Auburn at Tennessee. Andy, before we get into that game, I want to talk about last Saturday, Auburn beats Florida. Last night, Texas. Talk about this basketball team. What are you seeing? How do you feel about the direction of this team right now?
Well, the direction is moving up at this point. Auburn has won 4 in a row, James, including back-to-back road wins last week at Ole Miss, and then the game you mentioned at Florida. That was Auburn's first win in Gainesville in 30 years.
Wow.
And then Auburn followed that up, and Texas was red hot from the outside last night in the first half, hit 8 threes in the first half of play. But I thought the key last night was, although Texas led by 14 at one point in the first half, Auburn cut that lead to 8 by halftime. And then shot over 60% from the field, over 60% from three, and was 18 of 22 from the free throw line in the second half last night. And Auburn won the ball game 88-82. So now Auburn 5-3 in Southeastern Conference play as it gets ready for this big road trip to Tennessee on Saturday night.
All right, Andy, I want to ask you about this. You've watched a lot of Auburn basketball games. You called them. In your opinion, how good is Hale? Talk about him.
He is a most unique player for Auburn. Listen, a year ago at Central Florida, he led the Big 12 in scoring, okay? So it's not as though he has just all of a sudden exploded. I mean, this is a guy that led a conference in scoring at Central Florida last year and came into Auburn, has had 3 30-point ball games for the Tigers, is the SEC co-player of the week after those wins at Ole Miss and at Florida, and really didn't have a very good first half last night, but ended up scoring 31
in the game, and he is a true 3-level scorer. He can beat you from 3. He can hit the mid-range jumper. He can get the ball to the rim, and nobody is better at getting fouled and then going to the free throw line and making those free throws as well. That's the player that and he's 6'7". So I mean, he's got some size to him. He's Auburn's leading scorer and rebounder, and he is playing like the guy that Auburn went after. Auburn had this guy committed by the Final Four last year. I mean, Auburn was already working on its transfer portal class in March of last year. And he was one of those guys that Auburn picked up. As a matter of fact, I think he made his way to the Final Four to support his future team last year down in San Antonio. So I'm not surprised by what he has done for Auburn, but he is a most unique player because last night you could sense, and in the first half, I thought Texas did a really good job of doubling the Auburn players in the paint. And then in the second half, Auburn turned that around and got the ball in the paint and got the ball to the free throw line, and that's where Auburn won it last night.
Andy, looking to Saturday, Tennessee still unranked after their win at Alabama last weekend in Tuscaloosa. Probably not getting the respect I think that they may deserve. But what do you see as kind of keys to the ball game as the Tigers head into Knoxville?
Well, last night, Jeremy, Auburn beat a team that really started 4 guards, and for a while that gave Auburn some trouble. Last Saturday, Auburn beat a team that's really, really big in Florida on the inside, and Auburn will get tested with the same this Saturday night. Tennessee will go 6'10", 6'11", and 6'11" on the front line.
Yeah, they're massive.
So they're big. Yeah, they're big and they're physical, and that's something that has given Auburn some trouble this season. Not of late, but there have been some big ball clubs that have kind of pushed Auburn around a little bit. So Auburn will have to contend with a lot of size, a really good point guard in Jacoby Gillespie that has 57 threes, is the leading scorer at 19 points and 5.5 assists per ball game. So it's a really good Tennessee ball club. It'll be a sellout. It'll be nearly 22,000 at what used to be Thompson Bowling Arena, now the Food City Center there in Knoxville. It's a late night game. It's a primetime game. There's a lot of things going in Tennessee's way. But this Auburn ball club is playing its best basketball of the season right now, guys. Auburn is 5-3 in Southeastern Conference play. Auburn will get the midweek off next week. Auburn does not have a game on Tuesday or Wednesday next week, and we'll be gearing up for the Iron Bowl of basketball with Alabama rolling into town. And you can only imagine what Neville Arena is going to be like a week from Saturday with that bunch coming into town. So a lot goes into this ball game. Auburn won last in Knoxville in 2020. Guys, that was the last game that Auburn played in 2020, the COVID year. That was the last game of the regular season. Auburn beat Tennessee, pulled away and beat Tennessee, and then, of course, everything shut down when Auburn went to the SEC tournament. So this has been a very tough place for Auburn to play of late. And Auburn has had some really close games there and has come up empty since 2020. So I think this is going to be a great game because both of these teams are playing well. You look at what Tennessee did; they go to Georgia last night and win that game in overtime. That's a really good Georgia team, and they're really, really good at home. And Tennessee went into that place and won last night in overtime.
Well, there's always subcurrents here, so you describe it very well. What about the Pearl effect? Stephen Pearl having graduated from Tennessee, Bruce Pearl having coached there years ago.
Before it was, Bruce Pearl fired by Tennessee. And by the way, what Bruce Pearl was fired for back then.
Yeah, really. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But there's, and Stephen Pearl now is a guy that was on Bruce Pearl's teams there, a hard-nosed player for Tennessee. His degree is from Tennessee. and now he takes his team. He takes his first team to his alma mater. So yeah, there's a little bit of a wrinkle.
Andy,
this one on Saturday.
Andy, I want to switch gears. I want your input on something, but I got to tell a story before we get to it, so I hope you hold on a little bit longer. This happened back in the year before the Iron Bowl was moved out of Birmingham. Matter of fact, the young man I'm getting ready to talk about scored the last touchdown as a true freshman at Auburn to beat Alabama in the last Iron Bowl. Bud Casey was recruiting him, and they flew in. Pat Dye, Pat Sullivan, Bud Casey flew into a little airport in Lake Wales, Florida. Harry Mose, I believe, was committed or getting ready to commit to Alabama. Running back. Everybody in the country wanted him. And Bud was concerned what Coach Dye was going to do the spiel. He goes, man, James, sometimes he's unbelievable and sometimes he's off. I don't know what we're going to get tonight. He was concerned. I never in my life heard a guy recruit like that. I've been in the room with Bobby Bowden, Spurrier, Saban. Pat Dye, when he was on, nobody better. I mean, nobody. Well, and Harry and his mother in the room, they forgot about Alabama, and that's back when the coaches could be there when they signed. He went in there, TV, he went in there and he put an Auburn hat, signed with Auburn. Alabama people calling me going crazy. But what I'm getting at, those days are over when a great coach can go in there, recruit, and get kids to come to their school. Look, what my question to you is, Dabo Swinney, what he presented to the media about the linebacker that was already in class at Clemson that's leaving to go to Ole Miss. I'm just curious what you thought about that, because a lot of coaches are glad what he did, and then there's other people calling him a crybaby and getting after him. I thought he did the right thing. I thought he did a great thing. But what is going on with college athletics? What's your take on all this stuff?
I'm not surprised by any of it. I've heard of plenty of stories about allegedly coaches tampering, and not just in football, guys, in everything. And I'm not going to mention them, but I've heard plenty of stories of this tampering that's going on. His story is fascinating, considering he was in class, he was committed, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. And apparently the agent, according to this story, the agent has clients at both Clemson and Ole Miss, so he's not going to stand up for Ole Miss because he doesn't want to take off the other side. And so it is what it is, guys. This is where we are. I know a lot of folks hate it, but it's where we are at this point. And until somebody does something to regulate this, it will not stop. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. All right, they got the information. Do you see the NCAA doing anything at all? Or could you see where the SEC and Big Ten just break away and say we're going to set our own rules and go forward?
Well, how long have we heard that, though?
Yeah.
I mean, we've been hearing that for years now.
Yeah.
And it hasn't. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm not saying that it won't happen soon, but James, we've been hearing that for a long, long time, and it's not happening. So I don't think you can count on it happening at this point, because we've been hearing it forever. But again, anything could happen. I mean, guys, who would have thought 10 years ago that we would be talking about this right now? That we would be talking about, or we would be talking about a football player who has committed to a school and then, leaves and gets sued by the school, or a guy would put out a video saying he's staying, and then a couple days later, as the transfer portal is ending, saying, nope, I'm going, and he ends up at Miami. And that's what happened with the former Duke quarterback. And now Miami's having to pay Duke money as a result of it. Who would have thought this would happen 10 years ago? And yet, this is where we are.
Crazy. It's crazy. Andy, I appreciate you staying on a little bit longer. We love you, man. We will talk to you next Wednesday, and stay warm, okay?
All right, guys, you have a good one. War Eagle.
War Eagle, the legend, Andy Burcham. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. I want to thank Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven. You want to have a great meal today. TV's everywhere. We can watch everything that's going on in the world, especially in the sports world. Love Pat Perno, city commissioner over there in Lynn Haven, does a wonderful job, but his restaurant's unbelievable. I love the way they treat you like family. Tom and I always enjoy going there. Also, if you love Mexican food, I tell you what, I'm pumped up about that. We went there after Julie's Hall of Fame introduction. We went to Pepper's Restaurant, Mexican Grill, right there on Panama City Beach Parkway. Yes, they got one in Panama City Beach Parkway now. I know everybody knows about Pepper's over in town on 77. That place is incredible, but we got one in Panama City Beach. Be there tonight, 5:30, 6 o'clock. We're going to be down there and have a great meal. And don't forget, if you're military, every Monday you get a 10% discount, lunch and dinner. Also, you won't get this anywhere. Their margaritas are unbelievable. House margaritas, buy one, get one. Same thing with draft beers. Peppers, Mexican Grill, Peppers on Panama City Beach Parkway. Can you believe that? We finally got one. Love that place. Go check it out. Great place to have birthday parties. Peppers. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The magic plays here.
To Batazzi, hammers it through.
Tomorrow night, it's the Orlando Magic versus the Toronto Raptors. Airtime at 6, tip-off at 6:30 right here.
Your new home for select Orlando Magic games. The NBA is on. ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia and supplies, new and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
So you've heard the saying that if you love your job, you'll never have to work? Well, it's true.
I've worked for Brock Lawn and Pest Control for many years. The commitment to the needs of customers
and their commitment to each employee makes Brock a company I'm very proud to be a part of.
Brock's core values are also mine. Give people more than they expect and always honor your promises.
This isn't a job. It's a service to help people live a healthier lifestyle.
Brock Lawn and Pest Control. Our family protecting your family.
Short-term rental owners, are you getting the income your beach property should be earning? At Ocean's Door Getaways, we help owners increase revenue while removing the stress of day-to-day management. From dynamic pricing and 5-star guest experiences to hands-on local care, we do it all. Ocean's Door Getaways is offering a free rental income analysis and strategy call. Call now, 850-308-5494. Ocean's Door Getaways, 850-308-5494.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the ACC.
In the front court, left side, left open, triggers the three and buries it.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Screen left, he's in the short corner, took a bump, goes to the basket, reverse layup is good. Oh, what an acrobatic finish.
Airtime at 12:30, tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
Winning.
The Coach James Hale Show, live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And we're back live, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. We hope you guys have a great day today. The weather today's going to be pretty nice. I think the high's, 54, 55? Mm-hmm. Tomorrow's going to be okay, and then it happens. Saturday, Sunday is going to be something else. I even think Tommy's not going to get out and fight or go out and hunt in this weather. I hope he doesn't.
This is the best hunting weather.
You need to stay home, take care of your beautiful wife. All right, I want to ask you guys a couple things I want to get in today. I did want to mention Arnold last night, Arnold's soccer team, which is incredible. They went to District 5A, District 2. They beat Lincoln last night at home, 2-0. That soccer team is unbelievable. They do an incredible job. A couple things, the Cleveland Browns. I used to like Cleveland because Hanford Dixon, we played together. He played there. Saban was the coach there. I Ozzie Newsome played for the Browns. So I've always kind of liked the Browns. Johnny Davis. Let me ask you this, guys. What did you think about Tom Monken getting the job there? He was a former offensive coordinator at Georgia when they won the national championship. What did you think about that? Him getting that job. Did it surprise you?
A bit.
It did me a little bit. I mean, and then the Bills. The Bills, didn't they hire the LSU former OC? Was it the Bills?
I think it's the Bills. I'll tell you, the Bills firing their coach was what really shocked me. That was the shocker to me, because there must be some real crossways with management on that one. That was.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the NFL. I'm not a big NFL guy. NBA, I'm not into that stuff. You can listen to all this stuff somewhere else. But I do some playoff times. I do like watching NFL playoff games. But I want to get to this. I love Jimmy Johnson. I knew Coach Johnson. Let me tell you what Jimmy Johnson did. We had a player, Pat Turner, played for us at Lake Wales. This was in the 80s. Patrick and his girlfriend went over to Vero Beach. It was Highway 60. They drove over there, spent the day at the beach, drove back at night, got in a car wreck. He was almost killed. He had signed with Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy came in, recruited him, did a great job. Jimmy Johnson came in, wonderful job, head coach of Miami Hurricanes at the time. And he called and said, Coach, he said, we're gonna keep him on scholarship. He has not even enrolled yet. Gibson was never going to play again. He said, we're going to take care of him. Told Pat's daddy, he said, look, he can come in, he can help us coach, he can help us with the field, he can do anything, but we're going to keep him. He didn't have to do that, but he did that. He's a great man. Jimmy Johnson is a great man. I really liked him. Anyway, he was one of the big critics going nuts about, he wanted to know who in the hell, this is his words, are the guys, I want the names of the people that kept out Belichick for being in the Hall of Fame. You got to be kidding me. He was the number one in so many different categories. He was the third winningest coach in NFL. He wins 6 Super Bowls, involved with 8 of them as a player, as a coach, and an assistant coach. I'm with him. What do you got to do to get in the Hall of Fame? They've let other guys get in on the first round, and we were going like, could it be the Flake Gate, where they took the air out of the ball? Could it be the Spy Gate? But that's not part of it. There's been other guys been put in that have had issues in the media.
Here's the stink that I heard about it, was that he was so hostile towards the media. Did a CBS interview in a T-shirt with it was tore up and dirty, looking like it just came out of the garden and everything. And he told the media, shut up, get out of my face a few times, which
you ever watched Nick Saban when he first came to Alabama?
Exactly. That's what coaches do. But I heard that was the big, and it makes sense because it's a media generated kind of thing anyway.
Well, you have 50 people that vote, and they want to know. They want it on public record.
And who
are the guys that didn't vote for him? And why? Why? What did you have against the man? I don't care if you like somebody or dislike them. If he's the best at what he does, he needs to be rewarded for what he's done.
What's the vote? Is it majority? I wonder how they do that.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Out of 50 people, 9.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
That's a secret we'll never know.
He said they're too. This is what Johnson said. They're too cowardly to identify themselves. He wants to know who they are, and he's not alone. I mean, there were a lot. You talking about Michael Jordan, LeBron James, other famous coaches. Everybody's like, you got to be kidding me. Like him or hate him, this man is special. A lot of times, before he goes into North Carolina, he's regarded as the greatest coach of all time in the NFL.
Right.
Look at Saban. What Saban talks about him.
Yeah, it was one of those head scratchers.
How many times do you have to be rejected before you're out, period? Is it like 3 times?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know the rules.
Well, he'll be inducted. I don't see how he can't be.
Well, in the baseball, there's kind of the Roids era group that's still kind of on the outside looking in, that while the stat lines...
Put Pete in.
The stat lines give every indication they should be there, but there's this undercurrent that has kept a certain group out, and you wonder, to your point, if Deflategate isn't hanging over it, or just kind of his peptic personality that is also part of this.
Deflategate was a nothing burger. Come on.
I know, but for some, that the love of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They mentioned something too. I guess the owners get put in, and they're like, maybe the owner should be put in before him. I heard somebody say that.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that. Just this is my personal opinion. I think he should have been put in. I really do.
I was surprised. I really was.
I was shocked. All right, I want to ask you guys this too. They graded the coaches that had been in the program from 2 years. Alabama coach was given a C+. Alabama standards are not to lose 4 games in a season. I know the game has changed. They got playoffs now. 11-4. He lost 8 games in 2 years. He won 9 the first year, 11 the second year. Jeremy, you're a Bama guy. Would you give him a C+, a C-, a D, or a B? What would, if you were grading him, what would you do?
I actually would probably give him a B-.
You would have?
I would have.
I thought it was. They gave him a C+. I think it's about right.
And
you're too nice.
Well, Nick Saban got to follow Mike Shula. Kalen DeBoer had to follow Nick Saban. That alone gives you an extra.
Okay, I agree with you. But look what Saban inherited. Nothing. Coming on probation, had to rebuild the whole thing. He left them with great players. He left them with great recruiters. They chose to get rid of their recruiting staff. They made some, I think, mistakes.
Cupboard full, cupboard bare. Absolutely, there is that piece.
Yeah.
The ding for me are the unranked losses.
Amen.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, going into Athens and winning, beating Georgia, he's shown flashes.
Yeah.
But when it's just taking care of business in the games that you expect,
the little
that's
details.
the problem.
Yeah.
There's these lapses that showed up against Vanderbilt the first year. Beat Georgia. You think, gosh, we ain't missed a beat.
Yeah.
And then lay an egg in Nashville. I mean, that one hangs over him more, regardless of how good Diego Pavia is.
Yeah.
You don't lose in Nashville.
Right.
And so there's that one. The just laid an egg in Norman. That's bad too. I mean, those are the things that are the lapses.
Indiana coach got an A+. Look at him. His year 2, and year 2, they both came to the great state of Alabama. They go both. No, I take that back. He coached for Coach Nick Saban. He was there for 4 years. Why did he not get an interview? But anyway, he goes 27-2 in 2 years, wins the national championship. They never did anything. He gets an A+. And you look what Alabama got. They've had 8 losses in 2 years, a C+. I think Indiana, you got that right, and nobody will disagree with that. He got an A+, 20. Now, we got some more I want to talk about. We get back, we got to take a phone call. But right now, I need to talk about some of our great people we got. Beef O'Brady's Lynn Haven, that Cajun place, Russ and Amber, David Adams, I love those people down there, wonderful. Dr. Chad Mitchell, Dr. Ward, J. Michael's Restaurant, Max Fitz Sports Nutrition. Get out, newbies, have a great time. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Have you ever wanted to reach out and smack someone?
You can't fix stupid, but you can divorce it.
The new Sports Blitz. Rants, hot takes, and huge reactions are incoming.
And on behalf of 70% of the Alabama fan base,
Feel the burn.
we want a damn divorce.
The Red 17 studio line.
You cannot give LSU extra opportunities.
850-215-6290. ESPN Northwest Florida.
He has not turned the ball over.
Get in the game.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with Thursday's weather forecast. Partly sunny this afternoon and evening with a high near 56 and a wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies tonight, a light wind and a temperature of 45. About the same tomorrow, around 58 with a variety of some clouds and light sprinkles. Mostly sunny Saturday and cool around 46. This forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
We're proud to bring you the most popular cars in the world, like the stylish Camry and the sporty Corolla. Get award-winning style and 2.99% APR on a new Camry. Named the best new model by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, you get 90 days until you make your first payment. Curb appeal comes standard on the new Corolla. Designed to wow from the inside out. Get 2.99% APR plus 90 days until your first payment. Panama City Toyota, your Camry and Corolla headquarters.
Offer ends February 2nd. Visit PanamaCityToyota.com for details.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. Thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
College Basketball Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the ACC.
In the front court, left open, triggers the three and buries it.
The SMU Mustangs head to Louisville to face the Cardinals.
Screen left. He's in the short corner. Took a bump. Goes to the basket. Reverse layup is good. Oh, what an acrobatic finish.
Airtime at 12:30. Tip-off at 1 on 104.3 ESPN, Northwest Florida.
The number one SEC call-in show is now twice as big. It's double the Paul Feinbaum Show. Weeknights starting at 6.
Okay, but also go faster.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michael Studio on 104.3 ESPN Northwest.
Yep. Hey! Make sure you don't say Bay. It's Hey. Hey! We're back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest. Hey, don't forget, we just had Andy Bertram. Listen to Andy Saturday night, 7 o'clock, right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Auburn at Tennessee. It's now 36 degrees on Panama City Beach. It feels like it's 32 out there. It will warm up as the day goes along.
So temperatures have to be below freezing before Jeremy wears long pants, I've noticed.
Jeremy's a man. He is
That's
a
the
man.
first time I've ever seen him not wearing
I got
shorts.
two real men in here. I'm glad I do. I think I got something that's not really measured up to them on the phone right now.
He bundled up Saturday, too.
You never know what's coming in on the
He
phone.
can't hear us, can he? You got him? We got the phone call?
Glenn, you there?
Hello?
Yes, it's Bay. It's not Hay. It's Bay. By golly.
Yeah. Who's this caller? We don't know. I don't hear this. I don't know his voice.
This is the Vice President of Coaches of America.
What are you doing, Mr. Manley?
I was just listening to you guys, and I was going to get on Tommy because, Tommy, if you remember back, you may have still been the AD, or you may have still been the basketball coach for a while, but Fred Goodwin and Charles Davis were president and vice president of the FHSAA, and they went down every other weekend to take care of business.
Right.
And you know, Miss Brunson and Miss Jackson were there, and they would run the show. And we've gone into this big corporation now, and they're not half as good as they used to be with all this other stuff. And so, you know, I don't understand it, but it used to be run by principals and people who are actually in education. So,
Glenn, do you realize the Florida High School Athletic Association makes a profit over $6 million?
No, they didn't make no profit.
Well, they made
They lost
$6 million.
$4 and some $1,000.
You said they made $6 million.
No, they took in.
Oh, they took in $6 million. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know what they're doing. Thank you,
But
Tommy.
they don't know anything. Tommy should have helped them, though.
I wish Tommy was in charge.
No.
I know it, but they don't know anything about Northwest Florida. They don't know the distances, the schools, or anything. You know, it's crazy.
Glenn, a wise man told me today that the only thing south about Florida, the state, is located in the south, but it's not a southern state. This guy's highly
The
intelligent.
further south you go, the more northern you get.
Yes,
so.
yes.
But hey, I was going to tell you, I found out one of the things about Belichick why they didn't take him.
What's that?
Well, there's some other guys on the list that have been around a longer time, and one of the guys wasn't sure they would live long enough to be on the thing, like L.C. Greenwood and a couple of other people. I forgot the other names, but he knew that Belichick would probably make it the next vote, but he said that these guys have been around a long time and they deserve to be on it. So that was one of his reasons. It had nothing to do with anything other than that.
Wow.
So, when you think about it, I mean, he has a point. And there are some guys that, they're getting on up there that, I know he's up there too, but...
I just got a text in here. It said, only God knows when somebody's going to die.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn.
Thank you, Wildcat. I won't tell him who sent me that text. Thank you, Wildcat.
Glenn, we mentioned that FHSAA, they're going to meet, the board's meeting later this morning, about an hour after we're done, and they've got a 3-item agenda, but one of those is the football classifications for rural and 1A, and looking at their report for the agenda they published, they have 16 of the 38 member schools that qualified for the rural championship. There must be 24, and they're going to make a recommendation. It looks like to realign 1A and the rural, but combining that would get them up to 50 schools, which is just in reaction to what's going on with those other schools leaving to the SSAA. But the second piece of this is that they're having some discussion on what to do with these independent schools and competition. So that could really change the dynamic if they go a route, say, like Alabama, where these schools that are in different associations can't compete against one another. So
that's probably part of it right there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Here they are. How many years they've been warned about this? And they just, I told them Wednesday. I said, if you weren't in 5A. If 5A and above, they don't worry about all these private schools. But when you're down here, like, if you take Malone and Port St. Joe and they have the team and they go, and all of a sudden they have to play like Tampa Christian or Miami Private or somebody like that. And, it takes a miracle to beat them. And Coach Eppinet was the only one I knew that could go down there. He won 5 state championships in 10 years, and he would play those big old schools, but I don't know if the legislature guys are going to let them do it because all their kids are in private schools.
Glenn, I would love to know how we got Max Prepped involved in picking our playoff teams and how that happened. I like to know how much money. That's what I was saying. That's the stupidest thing as a coach. Tell me who I got to play. Tell me what my district is. What do I have to do to get in the playoffs? I don't care about. They used to, it was right. It used to be nothing was wrong with that. They do it in Georgia, do it in Alabama. They do these things. How did we get to Max Prep? That's the stuff they did in Colorado, I think.
Yeah. Well, remember, when they first started, the first and second place could go. You guys before they started that, you guys played Southeast, and you had just as good a team as the people that they Southeast beat in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I could see some of that, but then they used to have the 5 teams in one district and 3 in one and 2 in one, and so that's part of it. But the thing is, they were in charge.
They were in charge of making those districts. They could have changed it.
I know, but you realize if you go north of Gainesville, they got no clue. I remember when Choctaw wanted to, they filed a hardship because they had to travel a long way. There's 8 schools and then 20 miles.
I remember that.
And me and the AD from Rutherford went to the meeting, and we finally got Choctaw out. Remember when Thomas came in and screamed at me?
I think he went to 2 different meetings that year.
He did, and I told him to leave ours, and then he said, he wrote me a letter and thanked me. He said, I hope you have a great season. Then he chewed me out. So I've never been praised and chewed out in the same letter. But I had to bring up the BRAC report about the military moving in and adding to their category. But anyway, that's crazy.
Unbelievable.
I need to write a book on all this stuff. Tommy can write one, too, on me and him just arguing back and forth.
I'll tell you right now, I'll say this in front of anybody. If Tommy Sanamo was in charge of it, we wouldn't have had the problems we had. I'd give anything if Tommy would have ran it. I really would have.
He can tell you through the 90s, he was looking for me because he figured I was going to play sniper on him when he rode by. So.
Do you remember the time we went and saw John Stewart up there? He's in charge of it. We went in there. He was our superintendent at
that's Dr.
County.
Stewart, by the way.
Dr. Stewart, yeah. So I went in there thinking he'd help me out. I wanted something done. He looked at me and Tommy and started laughing like, y'all are crazy.
I know it.
We didn't get what we wanted. We didn't get it. Anyway. Hey, we got to go, Glenn. I'll see you coming in Monday.
Yeah, I'll see you Monday.
All right, bud.
See you, Glenn.
See ya.
Tommy,
okay, buddy.
what's going
Take care,
on?
Tommy, take care.
You going anywhere, do anything this weekend? Y'all staying home?
I'm getting my fireplace going. I'm staying home.
Good man. Jeremy, tell everybody where you're at, what time services are.
First United Methodist Church in Panama City. We'll be there Sunday, and y'all bundle up. That's the biggest thing.
Are you going to have all three? Or not?
We're going to talk later today about that. We'll put it out there on social media. We sure will.
All right, Wildcat, you going to be here tomorrow?
Why not?
Yeah, I feel something coming on, and I'm not sure I will be here or will not.
It's not the blue flu, so what do we call it?
I got bit by a spider. I'm going to use that as long as I can.
I think it's catching. It could be catching.
Yeah, it's spreading. Hey, keep yourself warm. Seriously, if you've got any problems keeping that house warm, please call Stevenson Air Conditioning. You want the yard to look absolutely gorgeous, call Pat. Turf Pro Pest Control, they do such a wonderful job. You don't have to worry about bugs in the house, in your yard, or anything. They're local. They can't get more local. Pat Starr is a cheerleader at Mosley High School. Beautiful young lady. Does an incredible job cheering for Mosley. Listen to Pat every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle will be here tomorrow. Listen to Kyle Vandergriff every Friday. They do general contracting. They design it. They build it, commercial, residential. He can do it all. There's no doubt about that. Steve's Bike Shop on 23rd Street. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. He's got a big selection. And again, Stevenson Air Conditioning. It's cold weather's here, baby. Get down and see Jason Kovaleski, Max Fit Sports Nutrition. He'll help you not get sick. We're out. Tommy, Jeremy, thank you so much.
104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is your spot for college basketball.
And it goes in at the buzzer. Got it.
Listen to select games from the LSU Tigers, Florida Gators, the Auburn Tigers, and the biggest games around the country play here.